Bro, that really looks like blood.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. I was also gonna say welcome back, but there's no back, man. This is the first one. Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is David,
And my name is Javier, but I know that most of you won't be able to say that, so you can call me Jay. Simple, effective.
I like it. And today we're gonna make a simple and hopefully quick video. We saw a recipe online. Well, actually, we saw a bunch of recipes online on how to make fake blood. And we need fake blood for a shot that we're gonna do for a personal project. So we decided to try it out and just blog it because why not?
After a long and thorough research through the internet,
We found a lot of techniques how to make fake blood. We're gonna experiment on 2 of them right now because we saw, and I'm not kidding, we saw about 15 ways to make fake blood. Alright, let's cut to the chase and just let's get to it. 2 recipes, one is gonna be corn syrup and the other one is going to be powdered sugar. In theory, the corn syrup one is also good for flowing blood, but we think it's a little bit too thick. It would be better for somebody who's already stained with blood or blood on the walls and stuff like that. The powdered sugar one is gonna be based off of water. Therefore, if somebody blood is profusely flowing out, we think that this one is gonna be better because it's closer to the real viscosity of blood. But let's get started. I have my handy dandy recipe right here. Can you hold the microphone for me?
no.
Alright, so for the powdered sugar one, we're gonna need 2 cups of powdered sugar and 1 cup of water.
And for the corn syrup one, we're gonna start with 2 cups of your non-brand corn syrup.
Yeah, actually, turn the actually, yeah.
2 cups of your non-brand corn syrup.
Now, today we're gonna do the recipe in halves because we really just need a small amount of blood and we don't wanna make like 2 cups of 2 different types of blood and then don't use it for anything, you know? So we're gonna do everything on half. We're gonna post the original recipe on the description of the video. So if you wanna check it out, you can go ahead. And good thing is, it's all whole numbers. So if you need a lot of blood, just multiply it by the times of blood that you need. If you need 4 times the blood, just add 4 times the cup of powdered sugar or corn syrup. So it's really easy to scale it up, or in our case, scale it down. Alright, let's get to it.
Alright.
No, that wasn't on camera, bro. I was like, phew. But if I do it again.
Deja vu, I just been to space before.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
Also, an important part of this is not like science or like math. I mean, if you have an approximate, that's good enough. You don't need exactly a cup of water or exactly 3.5 drops of coloring. Just go with it. Like, that looks right enough.
If you go a little bit overboard or a little bit underboard, it's okay. Just don't do what we did on our first take of this video, where we went really overboard with the grain. Like, heavy-handed with the grain. It looked like shit. And I mean it literally. It was brown. It's corn syrup, man. You know, weird thing is, here in Mexico we use maple syrup, but I don't know why I always. Wow, that was so cool. That's pretty cool. Just in case I didn't mention it, if I did, I'm gonna cut this out of the video. I'm just gonna add 1 cup of water to my 2 cups. Ooh, I almost f***ed up. And just in case I didn't mention it, I'm gonna go ahead and add a 1/2 cup of water to my 1 cup of powdered sugar, alright? I'm basically just stir this up, the water and the powdered sugar, until it looks a little bit like. But hey, if you're making a porno, alright, my brother, this looks like a proper semen.
Ew, what the fuck? Maybe your actor has like stage fright and can't finish on camera. And you're like, does anybody has powdered sugar in the kitchen? I want to save this production. Alright, so now that we have our both, well, we have a mixture over here. We have plain corn syrup over here, nothing special. We're gonna go ahead and add the first most vital ingredient, red food coloring. Important, you get the edible one, the food type one, okay? Because you're gonna probably putting this on your actress's mouth, so you gotta play it safe here, okay? So the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of red food coloring. I don't know if you have enough for both recipes, so we're gonna probably do teaspoons since we're doing half of it. But as we said at the start, just eyeball it. When it looks pretty red, you're good to go. Oh, you had to count drops. How do you do that? For 1 cup of corn syrup, I ended up using the 8 drops of food coloring. But again, there's gonna be the recipe in the description. Just follow it, cut it in half, multiply it by 2, whatever you want. Also, your food coloring may be stronger or weaker than our food coloring. So again, 8 drops, give or take. Look at it. If it doesn't look red enough, just add more red. If you're doing the corn syrup one, you wanna try and make it look like it's a cherry flavor syrup. And if you're doing the powdered sugar, you wanna make it look like Advil. So now I'm just gonna put some of this blood on a piece of paper, put it here so you can see step 1 of the process. Now that is a lot more fluid than I thought it would be on step 1.
Cut!
Alright, so after doing some damage control and cleaning stuff up, this is where we are at step 1, looking a hell of a not convincing. We have red corn syrup here and red sugar water here. Like Jay said, it's not convincing. If you are in a pinch, I mean, if you're in a pinch, you can try it, but nobody's gonna buy it. What I was trying to say, so you can see the corn syrup one is better for dripping situations where you need something to drip on the walls, to drip on clothes, for example. The water sugar one, well, it's paper. Paper absorbs water. You know what also absorbs water? Clothing. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna be the same thing. Instead of having blood, it's gonna look like pink or red paint. Or if you have white clothes, right? If you have anything else, it might be a little bit more convincing. But you know what doesn't absorb water immediately? Skin. So if you want somebody bleeding on any limbs, this might work. If you want someone with blood on them or on the walls, this might work. Or you can try both and see which one works better for you. Let's continue. Next step. Now, on the next step, step number, I would say 3, maybe 2, but I would say 3. You have to be careful on this one. Add our green because you'd be surprised at the amount of green that you have in the human body. Greens and blues are really common in nature, not just in fantasy. So yes, green is gonna take this to the next level. Yeah, I just want to emphasize dark colors like green, for example, are extremely powerful and they can easily overtake over the rest. So don't be like, I want to add 3 drops and see what happens. Don't play with this shit. Add 1 drop, mix it up, look at it, and decide. 1 step at a time, because once you go overboard, you gotta start from scratch. And if you're in a pinch, now you're in a double pinch. So 1 drop at a time. That's it. That's it. Just look at me. Look at me. Right? Look at me. That's it. Like, I'm looking at this, I'm scared we'll f*** up. Oh, right. I'm gonna leave it at that. I wanna take this blob of green out because I don't wanna f*** up. It's really scary to add the green, the dark colors, because it's literally the make or break moment. Like, I'm about to have something real good, or I'm about to start from scratch. But we already did it, so let's see how it looks. Because let me tell you, the title of this video is We're Learning to Make Fake Blood. This is not a tutorial, because we're learning with you. So we changed the title of the video from How to Make Fake Blood to We're Learning to Make Fake Blood. Learn from our mistakes. This is a conjoined learning experience, alright? We are the same, you and I. We're connected through our lack of knowledge. Alright, so David, while I do some damage control and clean a room, tell them, what are we doing? Tell them something, David. It's not my job. It's tasty. It's literally sugar, water, and corn syrup. So if you want to put it in your actor's mouth, the fake blood, I mean. In any case, I know what you're thinking. Bro, the corn syrup one is so superior. And I'd be like, yeah, you're right. But I'm making the other one. So fuck the corn syrup one. Now, but in any case, paper really doesn't do it justice. You bet your ass I am going to show you a fake blood on skin preview at the end. Because I know for a fact this looks dope, man. It looks fire when you use it right, and this is not using it right. Also, if you think that your corn syrup blood is a little bit too thick, which mine is because it's literally corn syrup, you can always add a bit of water If you're gonna make our full recipe, then you will see it there. You have to add, I think, a fourth of a cup of water. I'm gonna be adding till I reach the consistency that I like, because it is a little bit too thick for my taste at the moment. If I let it drop, I can like reach it. Can I pick it up when I drop it?
Deja vu.
Oh shit, that was so close though. That was so close, man. What?
Okay, the next step, also scary, it's grab the microphone. Whoa, bro, chill. The next step, it's also a scary one because it's adding more dark tones. As I said, you can leave at this if you want, but how are you gonna learn from our mistakes if we don't f it up on video? We're gonna add blue. Normally you add either blue or green. We're gonna do both because we're gonna see what happens, okay? You have to add a really small amount of blue, even smaller than the green, because if you add too much blue, you're gonna have purple. On the powdered sugar side though, we are going to add another powder substance. Instead of using blue to make it a little bit darker, we're gonna use cocoa powder. For 2 reasons. It's gonna make it a little bit thicker. Actually, 3 reasons. It's gonna make it a little bit thicker, a little bit darker, and it's gonna give it that effect of foam with, pardon my graphic description, when something bleeds really fast, the blood makes bubbles, right? It makes bubbles. And this thing is gonna give it that foam effect, make it look like the blood is doing bubbles, either on the surface or while it's coming out of a flesh contraption with bones and blood. Well, I am going to add 1/8 of a cup of cocoa powder because that's half of what the recipe said in the beginning. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I myself added a little bit of too much water, so I'm gonna add some more corn syrup because I just wanna make it thicker. Again, it's not rocket science, you're putting things into a bowl. Be really gentle when you steal the cocoa powder. That apparently is hydrophobic and does not want to mix. And when you do this, basically, it flies everywhere. And by this, I mean a stirring motion, alright, smartass? Alright guys, while my brother David is mixing up this chocolatey creation, I'm just gonna tell you that I add half of a drop. Like, I got a drop of blue colorant on a toothpick, and I grabbed half of that drop with a spoon, and that's where we are at right now. It looks a little bit more purple than I like. I may add another drop of red just to keep it a bit darker, but I like the consistency of where we are at right now. Alright, yep, I definitely needed more red. I added the red that I needed, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it looks fantastic. Alright, look. Right now, on the paper, the powder sugar one, it actually looks really good. That cocoa powder really took this far. But in any case, it doesn't look as good because it looks like like dry blood, like 2-hour blood on a piece of paper, which is fine. But I'm gonna add just 1 drop. I'm gonna do a mess just to add a big drop here so that you can watch it flow, because when it flows, it looks legitimately like real blood. Oh my god. I mean, look at that! Look at this. God damn!
Everyone, my name is David, and my name is Jay. Very lovely to have you here on our beautiful home with these 2 extravagant but simple recipes of how to make fake blood. The whole point was to get some recipes where you can get everything, all the ingredients in the convenience store if you didn't have them already. And I think it turned out great. I think it was a great success. Jay, what do you think? I think that there's still a lot of potential to explore on this idea. So if you like the video, if you think that it was either entertaining or useful or both, hopefully both, leave us a like. How many likes would you say? Like I don't know, to YouTube. Yeah, 10 likes. If you give us 10 likes, we will make a second part exploring all the other textures and materials and looks that we can get out of fake blood. So you can learn from our mistakes again. There's a very good recipe that is very famous from a really good special effects guy, whose name I'm gonna put on the screen because I can't remember it right now. And they have used it on actual films. We wanted to try to make that one today, but again, it uses one, or I think it uses two ingredients that are not available in a grocery store, and therefore we didn't make it. If you want us to try and make it to see how it turns out, I don't know, 10 likes like we said before. It's 10 likes for 2 videos, man. That's an easy W. But in any case, like I was saying, thank you for coming. My name is David. My name is Jay. We will see you on the next one.